So edge computing is a current buzzword, probably heard it too many times in this particular conference. What do you see in your particular business, this trend? How is it affecting your business?
It's been a buzzword, evolving buzzword for, I think, the last 12, 24 months. And if you look back even further, I think we saw the beginnings of it even earlier than that. The way we're looking at it from a service provider perspective is kind of in the classic, what we refer to as the classic 3 no's. What we know about it, what we know we don't know about it, and what we don't know about it. And we know that it appears to be a trend because of physical laws like velocity and volume, and the need for that in terms of data, either data at rest or data in motion, to drive proximity. So to achieve the types of volume and the types of velocity that you need to create these edge environments from a proximity point of view to accomplish the velocity and the volume that you're attempting. If you look at Netflix, they're the most commonly cited example of having lots of downstream volume and the need to cache that at quote-unquote the edge. If you look way back, or not way back, but in the way we measure time in this industry, if you look back a few years at the New York Stock Exchange co-location, they put that there because of velocity reasons, because of high-frequency trading. So the whole idea of edge and proximity to achieve both velocity and speed, kind of goes back that far. So that fits into the no category as we're trying to think about deployment. What we know we don't know primarily is where really is the edge. Is the edge some regional site? Is the edge in the trunk of some autonomous vehicle? It's really not well defined yet, and we don't know where it's defined. And by not knowing that, it makes any thinking about deploying the edge, and we're thinking a lot about deploying multiple edge facilities, it makes it very difficult to determine what those requirements are going to be and where that edge is. Do you have a hardened site? Do you have a micro site? What is it, and where does it have to go, and what are the requirements for it? And we don't know the applications that are going to drive that from a service provider perspective. And then what we don't know, we don't know. It's really that simple. But I've been around this particular industry for 30-something years, and I have gone through a few conferences like this over that period of time. And what I always, I'm never really surprised at it anymore, but what we're talking about in terms of defining the edge today, just like we tried to define the cloud 10 years ago, or even earlier than that, it really kind of does turn out to be a good bit of difference from what we think it is today. And that all is based upon the new technologies and the new applications and the new use cases of a capability. So as we look at deployments, we're really trying to put it into those 3 categories. And I guess the best way to describe our approach to it is to proceed with caution and slowly to try to make sure that we fit what we're doing as a service provider into those 3 concentric circles, if you will.